Good morning, everybody. Hope you guys had another good weekend. This week, I'd like you to focus on just eating healthy foods and trying to make good decisions throughout your week. The article this week is titled Schools Try Different Strategies to Help Kids See Dangers of Vaping. And even when you're in the fourth and fifth grade, there still could be times that you get tempted to do things that you shouldn't do. So please be sure that you make the right decisions and don't do anything that you think could harm your body. Let's begin the article. There have been reports of at least one death linked to vaping. Vaping is inhaling nicotine in vapor form using an electric device. Dozens of teens and young adults have recently been sent to the hospital. School leaders are worried about the rise of electronic cigarettes. They are promising to boost prevention and treatment. Prevention means stopping the problem before it happens. Many administrators were surprised when vaping started to become popular several years ago. They tried to address the issue with various approaches. They tried strict policies such as suspensions for students caught vaping. They also tried programs teaching high school and middle school students the dangers of vaping. However, educators are reconsidering their disciplinary approach. Administrators in one Wisconsin high school installed devices that can detect vaping. The devices send automatic email alerts to the associate principal. I would rather convince a kid to not start than to ever have to convince them to stop, Principal Greg Wyzorek said. Not starting is easier than quitting. The Boulder Valley School District in Colorado developed an approach for the whole community. The school district is focusing on prevention efforts. These efforts include educating students about the risks of vaping and informational parent nights. The district is also supporting several citywide measures. Those efforts would stop the sale of flavored nicotine and tobacco products. It would also raise the minimum age to buy nicotine and tobacco products from 18 to 21. Educators and experts are also worried about nicotine's long-term effects on developing brains. Experts agree that vaping is harmful to students' bodies and brains. There are toxic chemicals and metals in many e-cigarettes. Vaping can cause many medical issues. This includes breathing issues, potential heart problems, and even seizures. Many teens are not aware of such dangers of vaping. 6 out of 10 teenagers believe their e-cigarettes contain just flavoring. Students may not know that they contain harmful substances. Harmful substances can cause cancer, according to Ashley Marianos. She is an associate professor at the University of Cincinnati, Ohio. Sending the right message. Teenagers who start vaping are more likely to move on to traditional cigarettes within 6 months. Marianos said education and counseling along with discipline are important tools. Educating today's teens on the harmful effects of vaping may be more difficult than that of regular cigarettes and chewing tobacco. E-cigarettes are generally said to be better than smoking regular cigarettes for adults. Vaping is also viewed as a pathway to quitting. But experts point out vaping and tobacco-based cigarettes are basically the same thing. They are both addictive. The contradiction makes e-cigarettes messaging difficult according to experts. However, not all educators think that the serious measures like suspension alone are the right way to deal with the issue. Parents are key allies. They must set the tone at home, and there is no room for drugs, school officials say. School officials in Colorado have been developing a comprehensive approach. Elizabeth Blackwell is a nurse at Fairview High School in Colorado. Blackwell and Dean started sending informational letters to parents discussing the rise of vaping. This was a key step because parents are not talking to their students about vaping. They also explained the types of devices and the vocabulary the students use. They also discussed the health effects and how to refer students for treatments. Collaborative community approach. This has turned into a collaborative district approach now that there are both prevention and awareness strategies that include the school community in the city. The prevention program was expanded this spring to the elementary school level. Officials have learned that high school is too late to start talking about vaping. Officials in Boulder Valley, Colorado are confident that their united approach is having an impact. I do think that knowledge is power, and I do think that information is important, Blackwell said. So that's the vaping article, and this week is the third article summary, and you guys again have to do 10 sentences total, five sentences on what the article is about, and 5 sentences on your opinion. Do you like the article? Why or why not? And that's due again on Friday. And if you haven't turned in your assignments from the last weeks, it's not too late. You can still turn them in, and I can still give you credit for them. If you have any questions, you can email me or find me on Google Classroom or on the Remind app. And let me know if I can help you out. And that's it. Thanks, and have a great day.